there's a larger number of local contractors than outside companies, but they're probably the volumes are the national installers for sure. So, there's two or three national installers and they have huge volumes, but there's a lot of really good local contractors. But we work with everyone across the board. So part of our role is to just be completely unbiased. And so yeah, we work with everyone the exact same way. So really, what it means at this point, penetration isn't high enough to create problems. However, we do see states like California and Hawaii that are sort of at that tipping point. So for example, you'll see in their policies, they've enacted a whole range of things to try and curb the amount of penetration. And those policies aren't necessarily, it's not anti-solar, it's just grid resilience. So, okay, so here's power, here's time of day, right? So you have morning and night. So the traditional power curve, this is before any renewables went on the grid, right? So you'd see, and this is the amount of power over the course of the day. As people woke up in the morning, they'd use a little bit of power. They're running showers, hot water heaters, all that. Everyone's at home. And then in the middle of the day, everyone sort of goes to work. Buildings light up, but most of the loads at home are gone. And then we sort of slowly ramp up here in the evening as people go home and they turn on microwaves and TVs and all that. And then it sort of goes back down, right? That's a little bit how it is. What we see now with solar is that during the middle of the day, there's excess solar production. So what that does is it drops the load because solar is now producing more, so people are consuming less, right? And then it drops it even more, right? So the higher the penetration you get, this is the solar energy. What's happening currently in Hawaii and California is they're starting to go negative. So what that means is they have to actually shut off solar or else the grid collapses, essentially. So they have to find a way, or like power prices go negative. So they have to pay people to turn it off or to ship the power elsewhere. Okay. So that's one reason. Some of the other reasons are the current net metering rules. So we're a regulated utility, so we answer to the New Mexico Public Regulations Commission. And so the net metering rules now say if you're under 10 kilowatts, then you get what I would call a rolling net metering, meaning if you overproduce in July, it rolls over every month. And so you can use that in October, for example. If you're over 10 kilowatts, there's a true up every month. And so I think a lot of companies see that like, well, I really want to make a lot during the summer or maybe during the fall and then use it during the, in the other months where I have higher consumption. And they don't like the idea of it truing up after every month. So, that's another example of sort of a financial thing that might be playing into the reason we don't see as many.